for quite a few years, people in our like musical worshipping community have been talking about songwriting and been thinking, you know, we're constantly singing all these songs that supposedly like the main writers of music, worship music, is like there's 17 people or something that are writing the main stuff that's been sung all over the world, and we were just like, oh, you know, we've got some great quality musicians here, why aren't we writing our own stuff? But in the last like year, I suppose, it's just kind of exploded, probably for a few reasons, and that's like probably just like a bit of a like unity of heart, of like all wanting the same thing, or like all seeing like actually there's something that God's saying here that we could like uniquely tap into and write songs specifically around those things.
So when we talked about making the EP, the Mixtape, we talked about being true to what we saw as a Bristol sound, which probably means like Bristol's in the last 30 or so years had a reputation for underground dance music and club music particularly. I think Bristol's biggest success stories have been bands like Massive Attack and Portishead, who sample and basically rework other people's material to make something new. Like in contemporary Bristol, there's all kinds of sounds going on, but maybe quite a strong urban sound, even though Bristol is like, it's not a mega city. So all those things we wanted to bring into the project. It just felt authentic in terms of like what we enjoy listening to and where we're based, both geographically and culturally. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of music being made in church which has those kind of influences, so it would be fun to just, you know, tear up the rule book a bit on some of that stuff and bring in some of those sounds.
So when you asked me to do some drawings for your church music stuff, I didn't really know what I was doing. I drew 5 different people and just quite quickly, and then sent them to me. At the beginning I was like, I'll make some characters, but I didn't like any of the other ones I made. I only liked that one, and then everything else I was drawing just didn't fit.
Because so much like art associated with religion, or Christianity in particular, is quite like, go for quite like a cool, sexy vibe, and Bold Boy is like literally the opposite of that. It's this grimy little man, but like within that it's like the Jesus we hear about in the New Testament. That's, if Jesus was a weird cartoon character, Bold Boy would be the kind of person he's hanging out with. Jesus like wasn't a particularly cool guy. He was like hanging out with all the uncool people and was hated by all the people who mattered, and Bold Boy reminds me of that, and kind of the little bulb on his head reminds me that he's the light of the world, he's the kind of person that Jesus is choosing to use. And that's why I really loved it when I saw it, because I thought, even though Gabby, you might not have been actively thinking it, for me it was like a real clear demonstration of that, of the good news for everyone.